Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my first Master League Classic team, and this is an all non-legendary team because I want to prove that you can do it even with all the Dialgas and Zacians and everything there, and you can. I think I went 11-4 with this team. Again, I did drop a bunch of ELO trying a bunch of teams for Holiday Cup that didn't work, so I'm at like the 2300-ish range, but went 11-4 with this team, had some good leads and some bad leads, and the last battle in the set that I'm going to show you is probably the game of the week that had a Zacian lead, and then I switched him to Metagross, and it was met with the Giratina, and I still won. So stay tuned for that. But the team is Dragonite, uh, Metagross, and Excadrill. And how I came up with this team was I want to use Dragonite because, as you saw in my preview video a couple days ago, Dragonite is a beast in the Master League Classic forever. It now has a little more problems with like Zacian, and it's always had problems against dragons and charmers, right? So to deal with dragons and charmers, you use double steel. And the double steels are Excadrill, which is a beast just because it spams super fast that even in the Kyogre matchup, if you get like 1 or 2 mud shots ahead, you can land double drill runs to get a shield. And that's why it's generally used as a safe swap. And the Metagross, great counter to Zacian. Bullet Sponge Meteor Mash takes that out. And close combat does not take you out because you're half psychic, half steel. So it only hits for neutral. So yeah, stay well with this team. You're going to see a bunch of different matchups here. So let's go over the matchups. Before I get started, I appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate if you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Help grow the channel. And leave some comments down below. Let me know what teams you're using, what you think of the team, and let's get into it. So Dragonite on the lead against Groudon. So again, Dragonite was used as a Groudon counter in Season 1. Out comes the Lugia. Hit him with the Excadrill. And this is the problem with Lugia. And I have Rock Slide coming, and it takes 3 to take out Lugia, right? So that's brutal. I can get to 3 no problem. The problem is they're going to get to an Aeroblast here. And like I said the other day, a resisted Aeroblast does as much as a super effective Hydro Pump. So I need to shield this. I need to respect the Aeroblast, and I do not want to lose alignment there. But what I can do now is I know a Sky Attack isn't going to take me out. They have to go for the Aeroblast. So I can build up a bit here that I can now at least get 1 drill run off here. And if I'm lucky, I can get 2. It's unlikely unless they like overfarm a bit. But I think they could probably just get to the Fire Punch and take me out before I get to the second one. Yep, looks like I lost CMP there. They're going to take me out, but that's okay. Look at that. I've done half the damage on Groudon, and they have no answer for the Dragonite here. And out comes the Dialga. So here we go. This is what would be an okay matchup is not great when you're down a shield. This is probably just going to be an Iron Head, so I'm going to let it go. It is just an Iron Head, does not do much. I'm at the Earthquake. I've got a bait because I got to start grabbing shields. I don't mind coming back in with my Dragonite to get some claws, but I need to start grabbing these shields. And so I'm just going to throw the Meteor Mash. Again, I don't care. That's not going to do much or take it out. I just need to do some chip damage. And now they are loaded. So the good news is I'm almost at the Dragon Claw. I do not stick and move through. I expect this to be an Iron Head bait just because they can just throw Iron Head and they try to catch the move on Groudon. And all that allowed me to do was win this game because they can only throw resisted Fire Punches. They're running Mud Shot, so they're not running Dragon Tail, or else they could do a lot on me. I'm running Dragon Tail, so I'm just going to Dragon Tail this all the way down, come out with 2 claws, or at least 1 and almost the second one. Yeah, I need 1 more tail to get the second claw, so I'll get the first one off. No Dragon Breath comes through. That's great. Gonna put this low. 1 more Dragon Tail, 1 more claw, takes us out for the win. Oh, I met the second one. Perfect. So take it out for the win. So they kind of threw that one there to a certain extent. I think they were worried that I was going to get to take them out, and then they would have lost anyway, so they had to try and catch the move, but I was aware. So Giratina, another nice lead. Coming with the Dialga. Oh yeah, this is just a hard counter. I felt bad for this person. Like sometimes you just get hard countered. I think I don't know if one of my 4 losses was a pure hard counter. I don't think I put that loss in here because I like to show like close matches. Like there's not much you can do with hard counters, and this is just a hard counter. I hard countered his lead. I hard countered the Dialga with my Excadrill. I'm now going to get at least one drill run off. They are going to throw before I get the second one off, which is fine. Dragonite is going to clean up here against this. They're still switch locked, so I'm just going to try and grab a couple more tails here. May shield just because this will hurt and I don't know what's in the back yet. It's just an ominous wind bait, but that's okay. And out comes the Togekiss. So Meteor Mash, Bullets, Punch, Metagross. Easy answer for that. They quit. Not much I can do there. So mirror match here. So this is tricky because you want to eventually get out, and they get out. So I'm guessing they have a very similar team comp, right? Because they got out into their Metagross, and that's the problem is you have to play that team like this. So also the problem is one drill run does not take this out, but they get to the Earthquake, so you have to shield it up. Luckily, I know Dragonite's in the front, so I can do well against that. So now they're gonna have to come in with their third Pokemon, and it's a Melmetal, right? So there's your Dragonite Double Steel, a fairly common line. Basically, what I'm using, you wall your Charmers, you wall other dragons in the back with your 2 Steels. But because they came in with the Metagross, I'm able to now have good alignment here. I'll still have alignment with my Dragonite on their Dragonite. I got both shields, so even if they throw Superpower, that's fine. I can now just come in with my Metagross to get the Earthquake off. They're probably going to reset. They do with their Dragonites, and now it's a Dragonite, and I get to the Dragon Claw because I had like 1 or 2 Dragon Tails ahead there. Chip this damage, almost takes it out. They stop attacking. Not a bad play on their part because they needed to come out with a ton of energy because they know these Dragon Claws aren't going to do anything. I should have built up to the Draco at least. I'm running Hurricane on it. I actually took off my Draco because I wanted Hurricane coverage. I don't know if that's the right move, but they do throw the Rock Slide, which is actually a bit too early. They had the right idea. Like, they really needed to build up a ton of energy, but I have a shield now, so they needed to come out with multiple energy. And even then, they had no chance. But another good lead. Again, I had a lot of good leads today. I had a couple bad leads, and you're going to see them. But you can work around them. And I stayed here because this is where I want to see it. And the only problem is here is, like, if they stay in and start throwing, you got to respect these Shadow Balls. And they do bait me here, which is not great. And then you're potentially leaving your back end open to... so they do switch into... So Metagrosses today, I don't know if it's just the ELO I'm in right now. They were everywhere. And I don't know if it's just ELO I'm in or because everyone's using them as an answer to Zacian. So keep that in mind that you may see a lot more than you're used to. They went too fast, so I knew it was a Meteor Mash. Get to the double draw run, so I get one there, take it out. This will force a shield or take this out. They do use a shield. Are they going to try and farm down? Maybe they could have. They end up throwing, trying to get the boost, I'm guessing. Yeah, Omnis Wind trying to get the boost. They do get the boost. And I was like, okay. So as soon as I got the boost, I knew I had to throw Dragon Claw, or else I could have Dragon Tail down, but I'm not playing that boost game. Out comes the Melmetal. Again, I have a shield here. And this is, yeah, I shield next time. Like, this is going to be superpower. That was so fast. I'm like, let's just take that because that's going to be the hardest hitting move. Try and get to the Earthquake. They get another one off, but you're already 1 time lowered. So now you're 2 time lowered. This can be a neutral move. That does nothing. Get the Earthquake off. This will probably take it out now that they're 2 times lowered defense. And now, oh yeah, they're done here. I make a mistake later because I throw an Earthquake at Giratina thinking the Meteor Mash was resisted, but it's not. So terrible lead here. Excadrill lead, so I got to get out into my own Excadrill because that's really my only answer. So Excadrill is a big issue. I sneak one in there, and that's huge. And I think that helps me win this game because Excadrill is on the lead specifically. They counter back there, so we're now even in mud shots. And then I look at their... and it looks like it's slightly worse IVs, so I just won CMP here. And I think they were trying to sneak a move in here, and they do not. So they have to burn a second shield. I still have mine. They haven't thrown yet, and they try and catch, and they do successfully catch on the Giratina. So I guess good play on their part. But all that's going to allow me to do is hopefully get to a second drill run. And yeah, I got to the drill run, and then I bank it. So now I have a shield and I have a drill run loaded, which I know I win CMP against the other one because I've already done it once. They bait me with the Omnis. That's fine. I get to the Dragon Claw. Take this out. I'm going to get hit with the Rock Slide and be taken out. That's fine. I'm thinking with the shield in the back line here, I should be okay. But yeah, Excadrill on the lead. And my thing is just spinning. I don't know if that was... Oh, I had that happen. No, that was not my editing software. That happened to me in the game. I had multiple times where the game just froze for like 5 seconds on my screen while the actual game continued, but my screen was just frozen. So coming here, CMP win. And I have Metagross up a shield in the back for Zekrom, and I don't even need it because I got the drill run here to take this out. Actually, I won't take it out, but I'll put it pretty low and I can come in bullet punch down. Anyways, Excadrill is tricky on the lead because you only have your own Excadrill answer. So if you don't get even on energy, you're behind there in that drill run one shots. And you can't come in Metagross because you're going to get killed there. So really tough. Lugia lead. Got to get out of there into my Excadrill. And they come in with Zacian. So Zacian is a decent answer to Excadrill. But the problem is they came in a little too slow. So now they're never going to throw the close combat right away either. They're always going to build up to 2. And what that allows me to do is get the second drill run off. And that allows me to grab a shield. So now Excadrill has basically done its job and got a shield. And then I'm like, I can probably get a second shield. They throw a play rough. I'm like, okay, so they don't want to throw the close combat yet. I get the second shield here. And I'm thinking, okay, so I'm up a shield. That's okay. Excadrill did its job. I got the extra shield. I'll take the close combat. I can't come in with Dragonite because its Dragon Trails are resisted. So I come in here and start bullet punching down. I don't want to take a close combat, so I do shield this up. So they do just get it back, which is okay. And they come in with Lugia. And I'm like, okay, I can't come in with my Dragonite because it's the Dragon Tail Lugia. And this is just Sky Attacks, and Sky Attacks are resisted, so I've just got to stand here and hope that Dragonite can take out whatever in the back. Or I got to run with Metagross here all the way. And one Meteor Mash does not take it out, but it puts it within range for a second, and I'm like, I'm not going to hit with an Air Blast. I'll just take you out because I know your Zacian's low enough that I can just bullet punch down. And out comes the Dialga, so I'm like, I need to get to the Earthquake. And I'm like, I think I'm going to hit with the Iron Head ahead of time, so I'm going to catch it just before they throw it and take out my Metagross because I need that Earthquake. I am going to be taken out here, but I'm going to be taken out here and put this low enough that I can just throw a Meteor Mash. But now their switch timer's up, so I fully expect them to try and catch because I've got to move and they got to try and catch it. So I just go straight, knowing that they're going to try and catch it. They do try and catch it. Does not work. Have the Earthquake, take it out. So that's just recognition of needing at least an Earthquake or a Dragon Claw and Meteor Mash to take it out. Made the catch. Take it out. Good game. Zarude leads. Zarude, again, is tricky. Out comes a Mewtwo, and it's a Shadow Mewtwo. And I was way too slow on this, and it cost me. I need to make that switch into Metagross quicker, because now I have to worry about a second move like Shadow Ball. Well, if I got in on time, I could get to the move much quicker. I do let the second move go. So I had to shield up one. It is just an Ice Beam, so both are resisted. But we CMP'd there. So now I'm down a shield. I'm down 50% health there. I still have alignment with my Dragonite and Zarude, so that's not bad. I'm hoping I can get this off here. And I can. So I'll go to shield back, so that's alright. They let it go, so they're going to... And we CMP, so that's great. So this isn't too bad right now. It is a Dark Pulse, which is a one-shot. So there's their boom. And it's an Excadrill in the back, right? And I just said... And yeah, I was way too slow there. What I should have done is commit to the Dragon Tail and Claw as much as I could. Because it takes 2 Rock Slides to take out a Dragonite from an Excadrill. So what I should have done is I should have committed to the Dragon Tail and Claw as much as I can. Put on a bunch of either Shield Pressure or... Because those Dragon Tails, like, look how much they add up. And these Dragon Claws, like, so if you just go straight Dragon Tail to Dragon Claw, you lose. But it's not as bad of a matchup as you would think it is originally. Because look at how much these Dragon Tails chunk. And that's why I like running Dragon Tail, for the extra damage. So it's the same energy generation, but more damage. And you run the more damage. It just makes it easier to catch because it's a longer move. So look at that. Does not take me out. I get to the next move. I don't think this takes it out. Or I think they have a... Shield left. They let it go. They don't have a shield left. In comes a Zarude. This is going to be close. CMP. Did I just CMP lose? Or I just got it, or the Dragon Tail just cost me the little extra? Takes it out. So really, really close game, even though I kind of messed it up in the mid to late game there. So Garchomp lead. Metagross again comes in. Good answer for Metagross. But again, one drill run, even though it's a 15, 14, 15, does not take it out. And that way they get to the Earthquake. So I have to shield up the Earthquake because I can't take an Earthquake from Metagross. But that's okay. Still almost full health. Out comes the Kyogre. And here we go. So I'm trying to get to 2 drill runs here. The thing is, I don't know if that next one came through. And there you go. I get to the second drill run. You love to see it because that's going to put it super, super low or grab a shield, which I expected the shield. And now I got my Dragonite on it, which is great. I can Dragon Tail. That seemed fast, so I don't think that's a Blizzard or an Earthquake or Thunder. And it's just a Surf. So just trying to do chip damage. And I commit to the farm down, and it's a Garchomp again. And at this point, I'm thinking I have a pretty good matchup with my Dragonite, and I'm almost at back-to-back here. So I can probably, honestly, just go for the full-out farm down and shield any move. Because both are running Earth Power Outrage, and that's no problem not running Sand Tube. Like, I prefer these two for the nukes, but now I just know that I can just farm you down, have almost 2 Dragon Claws coming out, take this out. So Dragonite just has a lot of coverage in this meta, right? Kyogres, Garchomps, Groudons, just overall just still a strong Pokemon to use. So in the next matchup here, we have Giratina lead. Again, another decent lead. I had a lot of good leads today. Out comes the Zacian. So here we go. This is what I wanted to see when you have straight alignment here. And there we go. So I'm already at a Meteor Mash and they haven't thrown because, again, most will not throw close combat until they're loaded with 2. So I get 1 shield there. I have to shield 1, right? I let the first one go. I'm like, how much does it do? So it does like 50%. Again, these snarls are adding up though, right? Because snarls are super effective because you're psychic. I'm going to shield the second one up, and they're lowered by 2. So I'm hoping I can just full out farm down, and I can. So that's great. Out comes Giratina. I throw the Earthquake because I'm an idiot. I do not know that Meteor Mash is neutral as well. Throw the Meteor Mash next time. FYI. That does do neutral damage, so it does it 50%, which is fine. Dragon Tail come in. Excadrill, hard counter. Game over. They cannot do anything here. So I built up a bit because I had an Excadrill that was like, they're bad IVs. I probably just let this go because I have Dragonite alignment anyways, so that's what I need with the shields. I had terrible IVs on my Excadrill that I was using, and I got a 15, 14, 15, and that is good enough for me. I do not want to wait for a hundo. I want that extra little bit, and that extra little bit just got me to another drill run to take this out. They had only one option, which was to farm down, but not going to work. Excadrill is spammy. Dragonite into another Garchomp, and another Metagross. So again, although I did go 11-4, as you saw, I got a lot of solid leads here. But again, stay tuned for the game of the week at the ending where I have a Zacian lead and a Giratina counter on the switch to my Metagross. So it is doable here with a rough lead. Just going for some trip damage, some drill runs here. I know I'm going to be taken out with an Earth Power. That's fine. I got alignment. I did chip damage. Lose CMP against Garchomp, I guess. Earth Powered. That's fine. Got my Dragonite on it. What do you got in the back? You have a Melmetal. And this is an interesting matchup because you are... So these bullet seeds... Not bullet seeds. Bullet punches are doing a lot more than I would have expected them to a steal. So I let the first superpower go because I'm like, I don't think they're actually going to hit me that hard. And they don't. It takes 3 to take you out. Again, they can spam these superpowers quick. And because they are attack lowered by 2, I'm just going to go straight for the Meteor Mashes because they've already lowered their defense twice, plus they got 2 shields, so I expect to get 1 back here. I'm like, I can probably survive a superpower from here because they've already lowered their attack twice, and I can. And do I get to the move? I do not. So this is just tricky. And they come in Garchomp, and I'm like, I only have one option. It's commit to the full farm down, so I'm coming loaded with energy here. And now it is a Rock Slide versus a Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail battle. And I need to get to two Dragon Tails, two Dragon Claws, well, three Dragon Claws because they just shielded the first one there. I'm going to shield one Rock Slide. I can survive one Rock Slide. So I'll shield this one up. I survive it. They get the second one off. I survive. So I shield that one. I will survive this. Sneak a Dragon Tail through there, which is huge because this Dragon Tail damage is adding up. And get to the next Dragon Claw. Throw the move. I don't know if it takes it out, but it's one Dragon Tail away if it doesn't take it out. It does take, oh no, one Dragon Tail away. Takes it out. There you go. Dragonite. Countering Melmetal. No problem. So here we go. Zacian on the lead into my Dragonite. Brutal. Come in Metagross. Get hit with a Giratina. Brutal. So I'm like, okay, let's do Meteor Mash this time because that is the appropriate move to use. Hit it with the Meteor Mash, and I'm like, okay, that still does the same amount of damage. And I'm like, I gotta let it go. And they hit me with the Shadow Ball, so I'm like, okay, there you go. So I only have one option. Dragonite full out counter down. And by counter, I mean Dragon Tail down. Take whatever move if they get to it. Yeah, again, Dragonite is not my win condition. It's going to have to be Excadrill here. Just an ominous win, no problem. I'm still switch locked. And these Snarls are not doing anything, right? I need to worry about the play roughs. I'm like, let's just go for the nuke here. Maybe they'll think I'm running Draco or it's a bait. And they do shield it. So I tried to switch out, but they threw. So I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty good because now they just dumped all their energy. Goodbye, Dragonite. It is now a 2v1 shield here. They're going to probably outpace me to the close combats here. So that's not great. Sneak went through. Got to shield up close combat. It is a close combat. I expect them to try and catch, and it's a Melmetal. So it's looking okay. I'm not out of the woods yet. I cannot take a close combat. Get the move off here. And now I'm like, they dumped the play rough on the Dragonite, and they just jumped a close combat on my Melmetal. On my on my Excadrill. So I think I can shield up the superpower, take the second weaker superpower, commit to the full farm down here, have two drill runs coming out of this, hit them with the back-to-back drill runs, do not get the move through there. They don't have the energy to take me out. Back-to-back drill runs, takes out the Zacian. Love to see it. Working around a really, really tough team comp there for my team for the win. After that one, I was like, oh yeah, that one's going in for sure. So that is the team. Strong day with the team. Again, I was in the 2300 range, so you're not playing 2800s with all legendary teams here, but strong team, ABB style team. So you need to draw out anything in the back with your Excadrill. I had good leads today, but you saw how you do it. Except for the Zacian lead, I didn't go in there because you are already in a losing matchup. So being behind on energy in a losing matchup, you don't want to burn your Excadrill too early. So yeah, that is the team. I'm going to try. I almost went back to I was like, okay, what team should I use tomorrow? And I'm like, let's just use Ho, Mewtwo, Dialga. I'm like, no, I want to try something new. But the problem is I don't have a lot built up right now. So it's either I'm going to need to dump a bunch of dust into these Pokemon to build them up, or I don't know. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to come with you tomorrow, but it will be another Master League team. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.